to talk about this morning. There's a lot of stuff that happened yesterday. But look at this beautiful mountain behind me. The sun coming up. Holy crap. It's cold right now. But the sun is warm. The mountain is beautiful. Look at her. Anyways, once we get on the trail, I'll tell you all about yesterday.
Day 5 on the Wonderland Trail began at Klapatche Park, where we woke up to an incredible view of Mount Rainier. From there, we headed down the steep switchbacks to North Puyallup River. After crossing the river, we tackled a moderate uphill climb to the Golden Lakes area, where we stopped for lunch and refilled our water at the patrol cabin. Feeling refreshed, we continued up and over the next ridge, making our way down to South Mowich River, where we decided to camp for the night.
So yesterday we did 12.9. Yesterday was supposed to be 15.5, but yesterday was probably the hardest day out on trail. Kicked our butt bad. Yesterday was one of those days that we completely underestimated the terrain. So makes today a longer day because we camped about 3 miles short of where we were supposed to at North Puyallup. And we're going to Mowich Lake today. So that puts us at 18 miles today. The terrain doesn't look too bad. There's a climb at the end of the day up to camp, but if I can move faster, poor Roy, so I can move a slow one. The hills are on here. And it probably is the altitude, who knows. It takes me forever to climb hills. But what was happening the last couple of days was my left knee was hurting on the downhill, the steep, because it's not just a standard downhill. I mean, it's a steep downhill. So we ended up wrapping it yesterday, and it did pretty good for the remainder of the day. So we're just starting off with it wrapped today. And hopefully I can move quicker. It's uneven terrain, and I struggle with stuff like that anyways, because I'm afraid of falling and, you know, all that good stuff. If I could remove all my fears, it would be fine. But where we camped, we have this glorious view of Mount Rainier. It's like I'm literally camping on her. It's crazy. She's beautiful. And the sun is out. We were getting hailed on yesterday as we were climbing these peaks. Like, I bet you there's some great views up here. There's some amazing views of some of the glaciers. Oh, it would start hailing on us. Whew, all in all, still been a good trip. I think there's a lot of lessons learned of what we would do different next time. Just thoughts as I'm processing yesterday. Yesterday was a physically and mentally hard day. I beat myself up a lot because I do hike slower, and these long days, especially early in the trip, you know, like we were talking about it on the PCT, we were able to do 15, 17 mile days, no problem. But that was week 3. I'm still in week 1, and I'm trying to push my body to do these harder miles early. And this is a tough terrain. You underestimate what you're walking into out here. Best thing that you could do, I would do if I did this one again, I would do it in 10 days, not 8. Just lessons learned. It's a hard trail for sure. And I don't think you realize on how hard it is until you get out here. But it kicks your butt. So yesterday we saw some mountain goats up on the hillside. I'm not sure if we got any pictures of them. It's when we were trying to get off the peak in the hailstorm, rain, sleet, whatever you want to call it. But you can see them on the hillside. That was pretty cool. Came across a couple of deer, some bear scat full of berries. There's huckleberries everywhere out here. Those bears are gorging themselves right now. I haven't seen any bears, but they're in the area for sure. Last night as we were cooking dinner, It was late. It was after dark, so we just got headlamps on, and I went over to the tent to get something, and I look out in the distance. I got eyes staring back at me. I was like, holy shit, what the hell's over there? So Roy and I stood. I ran back to Roy, and we stood, and then you could see the outline of the deer. There was a deer coming through camp. It scared the crap out of me, though. When you see eyes staring back at you, you're like, oh, good. Like, what is that?
Okay, we just stopped at Golden Lakes to have lunch and grab some water. We grabbed water right behind the Golden Lakes patrol cabin. It's the staff rangers patrol cabin. It's pretty cool. Sunset Park. And off we go. We got a 6-mile downhill. Here we go.
This is the view from behind us. This is why I always say, turn around and see where you've come from. Appreciate the beauty behind you. If we wouldn't turn around, we'd miss her. She's beautiful.
We're gonna see if we can find if we can stay here because we don't think we can make it up the hill tonight.
Before dark.
Before dark.
Well, hello. We're currently sitting at South Mowich River. The plan today is we were supposed to hike up to Mowich Lake, which is another 4 miles uphill.
A very, very steep hill.
Yeah, 4 miles up, and I think we gained, gosh, how much was it? 2,500 feet or something like that. And so by the time we got down here, we just did a steep 6-mile downhill that we lost a ton of elevation that we were just going to go gain.
Plus what we did in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was like 13 miles when we got here.
Yeah, so we're kind of spent. So we came into South Mowich Lake Camp, River Camp, just to see who was here, if anybody was here, and begged to share a tent site. Nobody's here. So we've been hanging out here for about an hour now. We're gonna get ready to cook dinner, and then if nobody shows up by the time we're done with dinner, we're gonna go set up in the group site and hope nobody shows up after dark. If they do, they can share. We'll tuck ourselves in the corner. They can share a group site with us.
There's 4 sites plus a group site, and there's nobody here yet.
Yeah.
And it's 7 o'clock.
Just about 7.
So I think, and there's another spot. There's actually 5 spots if we needed to. We could get out to it. But I think we're gonna be all right just staying here, even though we're not.
Yeah.
It's not part of our permit.
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. So that makes tomorrow. Tomorrow would have been an 8-mile day, but it's now going to be an 11.5, which is manageable. We're going to go up and over Spray Park.
Spray Park.
Which, if it's clear out today, if it's clear out tomorrow like it is today, it's going to be stunning.
Yeah.
And so the views are going to be amazing. So more to come for sure on that one.
Big adventure.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? I
Not
don't
really.
have much else to say.
Find out in the morning. If we get our tent site, I'll show it.
But we're about ready to start dinner. I'm gonna have mac and cheese.
I think I'm gonna have something noodles.
Okay, bye.
How's your mac and cheese?
It's okay.
My noodle thing ended up being pad thai. It's being cooked right now. Welcome to our yard sale.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oops.